Hey everybody, it only took us about 20 minutes and bribing Oliver with minions on our TV silently to get everybody in the frame, but hey, we want to come here as a family and just say thank you for an awesome fall.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome, and we just really, really appreciate you.
Yep. You want to tell them thank you?
Say thank you. Thank you.
All right, go watch Minions. So hey, we came to you before the fall, and we just wanted to celebrate like what would be a win for your group, and share with you what that could look like. Ash, the first thing, and you do such a really good job with this, is helping people connect.
Yes, we want to. We talked about connecting the people inside of your group, but also connecting with those in your community as well.
Yeah. And you guys did a really good job at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some of our friends, David and Paige, I believe it was their group that at our leader celebration, one of the things that was shared was that this was the first group that somebody showed up at that they said, I felt like
part of the group.
I could be myself there. And that, guys, that's a huge win.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The community that takes place within our groups, within our church, is an example to everybody else that we follow Jesus, that we love him. That's the thing that Jesus prayed for in John 17.
Yeah.
Was that the way that we love each other, that our unity would be evidenced in the world of the fact that Jesus is real, he's true.
Yeah.
Other stuff that we saw were groups just really coming around each other and caring for each other during some medical emergencies or other things that kind of came up.
Just basically helping when there was a need.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
And that was awesome. That's part of why the church exists, is to walk alongside each other, to come along and bear with each other during hard times. And other connecting things were great feedback on conversations, people taking steps to grow together. Like, that's all evidence of connecting.
Yeah.
And we had some great wins on the next win that we laid out for you was praying. Yeah.
Yep.
And, for us, this journey in our neighborhood, like we shared with you all, it really started through prayer because God gave us a burden that we needed to love our neighbors better. And we just said, all right, God, so would you teach us how to do that? And would you give us opportunities? And we saw groups that were doing prayer walks in their own communities and in their neighborhoods. We had some groups that were serving with Hope Southern Indiana, and they did prayer walks prior to each block party that they did and passed out flyers. In fact, Ash, one of the biggest wins we had as a result of the prayer walks and flyers was somebody got connected to a local church in that neighborhood.
Yes.
And came to follow Jesus, and we actually got to meet him
Yeah.
at the Hope Southern Indiana Halloween block party,
which was so cool.
Yeah.
And just a side note, thank you for all of you all who put that together. That was super awesome to be a part of. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah. So prayer, what we see is that God is just aligning us and helping us join in the work that He's already doing in our communities. You guys have been doing that. Now, here's the deal with prayer: we all feel like we could pray better. So if you're like us, we're going, man, we need to pray more for our neighbors. We need to pray more for you guys. We need to be praying more for our family just to survive. So that's something we just want to continue to grow in as a church and as a community. The last win that we kind of laid out for you guys was to reach out. And man, can I just say, you all rocked this one.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed it when it came to reaching out. We had groups that, like we said, that the Hope Southern Indiana block parties, we had some groups that took that and ran with it and owned that for the last 6 months. And here comes Ollie, maybe. There he is. And we've had groups that threw neighborhood parties, that did some Halloween outreach. Come here, Ollie. Oh, he's going back to Minions. They're more interesting than us. We had groups that remind me of some of the other things that we heard on reaching out. Parties, the block parties at Hope. We had groups that did a Thanksgiving Christmas dinner for local school.
Yes.
We had some groups that came together and threw a party together, invited their friends into it that weren't part of the group, and they collected items to share with a local homeless ministry called Southern Indiana Rescue Mission. Guys, all this is a huge win.
Awesome.
We are becoming a church that loves our neighbors well. And so we just want to celebrate all that with you. But the other thing that we want to talk about is what's coming up next, because God is opening up some really cool doors and opportunities in our community. And one of the big things that we feel that God is leading us to in 2017, Ash, and this is near to you because it's what you got your degree in, but God's opening up some doors in schools, yeah. And guys, can I just tell you, if we're going to impact our community, if we're going to make the gospel within walking distance of every person within Louisville and Southern Indiana, schools are a great way to do that because we still orient our life and our communities around school.
Yeah.
And schools are asking, the door is wide open.
They want people to be there and be involved with their students and build those relationships.
Yeah, and so what we're looking at is just identifying some groups or leaders around schools who would commit to praying for those schools and those teachers by name, to sharing their presence, just showing up. I had a principal that shared with me a couple weeks ago some of the issues that are going on in the school, and I just asked how we could help, and he said, man, just you guys being here, just your presence, just you showing up is making a difference. And so we'll have some thoughts on that, on how you guys might be able to do that as individuals or a group, or sending individuals from your group to go do that. And then the last thing is that we're praying, if the gospel is going to be within walking distance of every person in Louisville and Southern Indiana, we've got to see multiplication happen out of our groups. Yeah. Jesus didn't call us to start groups or to just be in a small group. He did call us into community with each other, but he called us to make disciples. Yes. And so part of what we want to challenge you with over the next year is just to identify somebody you can be pouring into very intentionally, to set up, whether that's leading a group or if it's engaging in a school or if it's serving with a local organization, but to multiply all that God's given you into somebody else and to make a disciple who's making disciples. And so we're going to have some more information coming on that. Those are some challenges and next steps, but really what we need to know from you is, are you back in?
Are you in?
Are you in to continue the work that God is doing in our community and in our neighborhood? So all that info is attached to this email. We need you to check that out. And then just reply back and let us know what your group is planning for January. We have a great sermon series coming up that I feel like it'll be good for me. It's called Get Over Yourself. You would tell me that that's something I need to do a lot. It's a great series. All those details are attached. You guys could take advantage of that. If you feel like that your group needs to go maybe a slightly different direction, we got some other resources as well. But what we want to help you do is be a community that continues on an ongoing basis, that is a blessing to your neighborhood, to your workplaces, to wherever you go, that we are known as the church that really loves our neighbors well. And again, don't forget the why. The why is that Jesus became man. He came and lived among us. It's what we're getting ready to celebrate with Christmas. That the gospel is good news for us. That he has taken away our sin and set us free to live as the people he created us to be. And as a result, we've been given the privilege of carrying that good news. And your communities are helping do that. So we need to know, are you back in?
And we hope so. And I just wanted to say, too, I know this time of year is really busy, and you probably have a ton of stuff going on, and you're tired.
Yeah.
But again, we appreciate you guys, and you are making a difference, whether you feel like you are or not. I know Adam gets emails and stories told to him pretty much daily of the changes you guys are making in life. So we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we love you guys.
Hey, yeah, we love you. God's at work. Ollie, can you tell them bye?
Bye.
See you later, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.